Thank you, Global Green, for selecting the Solar Electric Light Fund as a recipient of this year's Green Cross Millennium Awards. It is a great honor for me to accept such a prestigious award and to share with all of you a personal account of how solar energy is being harnessed to improve the lives of rural and remote villagers in the developing world. At the outset, I would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge and express my deep gratitude to the founder of the Solar Electric Light Fund, Neville Williams, without whose vision I would not be standing here today. Last year, Neville left the organization to establish a new commercial enterprise that will channel investment capital into emerging solar markets. He could not be here this evening, but he is being represented by Patty Forcan, one of SELF's original founding board members. Patty, would you please stand? And Paul Maycock, one of the leading experts in the field, our chairman, is also here. Paul, would you stand? My own involvement with the Solar Electric Light Fund began in 1994 when I was hired to oversee the expansion of SELF's project in Western China. I will never forget the experience of traveling to the most remote parts of Gansu province in Western China and observing farmers and Tibetan nomads be able to turn on a light bulb for the first time in their lives. The following is an excerpt from a letter written by a Chinese farmer who had recently installed a solar home system. He says, "As the lights were about to be plugged in, we waited breathlessly. In a flash, the lights came on, and as they did, an old man from the village rubbed his eyes in disbelief and shedding tears exclaimed, 'I have long heard that city folks do not need oil to generate light. But in all my 70 years, this is the first time to actually see such a phenomenon with my own eyes. What a beautiful thing to behold.'" End of quote. The best part of working for SELF has been the opportunity to travel to remote villages all around the world and get to know some of the people whose lives have been transformed by solar power. Just last month, I was in the Solomon Islands, where on the southeast coast of Guadalcanal, 50 households in a small village called Makaruka were equipped with solar electric lighting systems, all within the span of 1 week. The children of Makaruka will now be able to read and study at night, and their parents can also engage in productive activities during the evening hours. No longer will these families have to breathe in kerosene smoke night after night, nor be subjected to the risk of injury and even death caused by kerosene-induced fires, which are so common throughout the Third World. To me, the most encouraging part of this project has been the psychological transformation and the sense of self-sufficiency that has come to the people of Makaruka. Solar energy has illuminated more than their homes. It has lit up their hearts as well. In another of SELF's projects, in the KwaZulu-Natal region of South Africa, 20 computers, all powered by the sun, were recently installed in a rural high school. At the inauguration ceremony for this project, the high school principal, Malusi Zwami, joyfully commented, "Now my kids will be able to compete in the 21st century." Indeed, the use of solar energy at the village level opens up a vast array of possibilities for sustainable development. In addition to household lighting, solar electricity may be used to facilitate improvements in rural health care, education, family planning, and through a variety of solar-powered micro-enterprise, local economies as well. Ultimately, the use of solar energy, when coupled with wireless communications, will, I believe, give birth to a truly global society in which small communities all around the planet will be able to maintain close ties with each other and with the Earth while still being connected to the rest of humanity. In closing, I would like to acknowledge a few of the foundations that have supported SELF over the years. The Rockefeller Foundation, the Rockefeller Brothers Fund, the Joyce Mertz Gilmore Foundation, and the Wallace Global Fund have been important contributors. More recently, SELF has received generous support from the Turner Foundation. And so, to Ted Turner and his family, to all of you, and to others I have not mentioned, thank you for your support. Finally, in honor of President Gorbachev, I leave you with these words. Солнечная энергия вечно питает нас надеждой на будущее. Solar energy gives us eternal hope for the future. Thank you again, and good night.